Hey everyone, and welcome back to Michelin Man, where today we're going to be looking at the third recipe of the 11 Madison Park Cookbook, which is Strawberry Gazpacho with croutons and thinly sliced Jamon Iberico. To start, we're going to whole and quarter 6 cups of strawberries. You're going to put half of those aside for the confit, and then you're going to save the other half for the actual gazpacho itself. For the confit, you're going to mix the strawberries with a little bit of olive oil, and you're going to toss until combined. Then you're going to place them on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper, making sure none of the strawberries overlap, and then you're going to place that in the oven for 195 degrees for 3 hours. Next, for the gazpacho, you're going to need to chop up some garlic, some green pepper, some red pepper until it looks like this. Okay, now you're going to go take your Jamon Iberico out of the fridge. You're going to want to slice it in half because it is a real thick boy, and you're just going to want to slice it as thin as possible like I did here. Okay, next you're going to want to take some white bread, trim off the edges. You're going to use that for the gazpacho, and then you're going to cut the middles into cubes for the croutons. You're going to take those over to a ripping hot pan with a little bit of butter, a little bit of garlic, throw in some thyme, and crisp them up and reserve them to the side. Next, you're going to make the gazpacho. You're going to throw all of your diced vegetables in a bowl with your strawberries, a little red wine vinegar, and tomato juice, your bread edges, and a glug or two of some nice olive oil. You're also going to throw in a whole cucumber sliced. You're going to want to refrigerate that for 3 to 6 hours to let all of the flavors get to know each other. Okay, once that is out of the fridge, you're going to put it into a food processor and you're going to blend it until thoroughly blended. Okay, once that is all nice and blended, you're going to want to strain it through a chinois into another bowl. You want to get the mixture as thin as possible, so you're going to whisk it all together to make sure no big clumps go through. Okay, once that is all whisked together, you're going to take and you're going to put it in the fridge until you're ready to serve. Now that your strawberries are done, they're going to have somewhat of a pliable consistency. They're going to kind of taste like strawberry jam, which is kind of interesting, but they still hold their shape together as strawberries, which I did not expect at all. So now we're going to put those to the side and we're going to get everything ready to serve. Okay, now here we're going to plate. We're going to start with a few ladlefuls of our strawberry gazpacho, making sure we don't go too much to gazpacho so it's too deep so things sink. Then we're going to place our sliced Jamon Iberico on top. Then we're going to put a few leaves of basil to cover the Jamon Iberico. Okay, then we're going to place our croutons. We're going to put a few croutons because the crunch is really good. It really adds that depth of textures. We're going to place our strawberry confit down in the middle, making sure they don't sink too far. Then we're going to throw some extra thyme on there. We're going to season it with some salt on top, and then we're just going to finish the whole thing off with a few droplets of olive oil. Okay, and that's basically it. There's your strawberry gazpacho with basil, strawberry confit, croutons, and Jamon Iberico. Okay, let's see. Whoa, this is really good. I mean, it's light, it's refreshing. The Jamon Iberico adds a flavor. It doesn't taste too much like strawberries. I mean, all in all, 10 out of 10. Can't wait for the next episode. See you then.